Hello friends, I am Sorodi. Welcome you to a new series that is production grade GenAI series. So let's be honest friend. Just tell me in the comment below what you feel about this. As I have seen most of the GenAI videos in online teaches only the basic example like calling an API. They don't explain how things actually work. They ignore the system design completely, which is a very crucial part. They skip the real world complexity because in real world it's not just calling an API and get a response. There are many things going behind a GenAI project. If you go to a production grade application, it's not only just a GenAI application, you do some prompting and you get some result. You need to think as a GenAI developer. And after watching this video, what is happening? It's leaving most of us in confused state because we are learning in pieces. We are never getting the full picture, and for this reason many of the people are learning GenAI but it's not a complete GenAI and they are failing in the interview, or even they are fearing, or even they are getting nervous to get into a real world project because they are missing the core GenAI part. Another issue that I have seen in most of the video, they are starting directly with some framework. It's not about the framework. You first know the core of GenAI, how the GenAI is working, what are the different concepts in GenAI. After knowing all these core concepts, you can go to a framework, because a framework is just a layer above that and it's hiding all the complexity and it's hiding all the logic. So that's why you are not getting the complete picture what's happening behind this thing. It's the framework is just an abstraction. So for all this reason, what you are missing right now, you can use the tool but you can't build a system. You know prompts, but you don't understand the LLM behavior. You follow the tutorial, but you can't solve a new problem, because if you are in a real world production application, every day you will face some problems. And if you don't know the core concept, you will not be able to solve the problems. And finally, what's happening? You are watching content. You are watching number of contents, but you are not gaining any real skills. That's why most learners get stuck. So for this reason, I am launching this GenAI series. This is only for the production grade application and it will teach you everything that is needed for you to become a GenAI developer. So this is not a watch and forget playlist. This is complete engineering roadmap. Every single module here will include the concepts, so you actually understand what is going on. The Python code, I will be using the core Python. I will not go to any LangChain or anything. First, I will teach you the core concepts that you can understand what is happening behind the scene. After that, I will show you the system design so that you can think like an engineer, how to solve the problem. After that, we will go to optimization so your solution can scale. Then we will go to the real world problem, so it's not just a theory, you get the real world experience also. After that, we will cover interview question and answer so that you can face any interview. And most importantly, we are going to do capstone project for each and every module, and after the final module we are going to build a big capstone project that will be your breakthrough. You can show that project and you can gain a much more knowledge in GenAI projects than you are learning in any of this tutorial video, because most courses stop at here's how to use an API, but companies expect design a scalable AI system. This course bridges that gap. Here you will learn how ChatGPT like apps are built, how AI agents actually work, how to design production level system. So let's see the syllabus. So let me introduce to the syllabus. In phase 1, we are going to the intro of the generative AI. So in this phase, we have module 1. Here we will be covering the basics of AI versus ML and versus deep learning, and also the GenAI, what are the difference between all of them. Then we are going to see how ChatGPT works. Then we are going to see what are tokens, context and cost, because cost is a very important concept. You need to do cost optimization also, because you can't just give prompt and at the end of the month you are getting a huge bill. So you need to know this concept. After that, you will see temperature and top pay. As most of the course you can might get this, but most of the course is omitting the cost section, which is very important. As I gain these concepts while doing the GenAI projects, so I will try you to teach everything that I have came to know or what I have learned during my projects. Then in module 2, we are going with system design, optimization, real world scenario and interview questions. And after that, for the phase 1, we are doing a capstone project, that is a CLI ChatGPT with cost tracking, because you will track the cost, how much each prompt is costing you, so that you can think like an experienced AI engineer. In phase 2, we are going to see the LLM fundamentals. Here, we are going to see the LLM basics, what are transformer and attention mechanisms. We are going to see in depth of embeddings, and then the context limits. Then again, as I told you previously, we are going with system design, optimization, real world scenario and interview question. This will be part of every module. And then a capstone project. Here we are going to build a semantic search engine. Then in phase 3, we are going for prompt engineering. Here we are going to see the prompt types, structured prompt, what are hallucination in prompts and how we can avoid that, and then what is prompt injection. After that, we are going with all the system design and everything, and then a capstone project, that is basically a prompt engine application. Then in phase 4, we are going for RAG. So here we are going to see what is RAG architecture, we will see what is chunking, and then what is retrieval. Here we'll use the core concepts. We are not going to use any of the frameworks, so that you can understand what's happening behind the scene. Then in module 8, we are going to see a capstone project, that is a PDF chatbot that will be only in core Python without using any framework. Then in phase 5, we are going to see advanced retrieval. Here we'll see why we need advanced retrieval, because in some places RAG fails, and because of that we will be covering advanced retrieval, in which we will cover re-ranking and hybrid search. And then as a capstone project, we are going to build one advanced search engine with hybrid and re-ranking. Then in phase 6, this is the most crucial part, we are going to see the optimization, and along with the optimization we'll also see some security features, what are the security things we can include here, and with some backend concepts. Here we will see token optimization, caching, streaming, asynchronous action, background jobs. Along with this, we'll also see guardrails for security. Then in module 12, we are going to cover a capstone project like a real world ChatGPT typing effect. Okay, like whenever we are typing, ChatGPT is not giving the response at once, right? It's giving chunk by chunk response. Like this, we are going to build the system. Then in phase 7, we will learn the LangChain. Here, whatever we learn till phase 6, we'll do those things with using LangChain. Here, you will gain every concept and you will understand how LangChain is giving us an abstraction above the core concept. Because friends, in many of the scenarios or situation, LangChain will not be able to help you with the solution. You need to know those core concepts, which I have faced. Because LangChain is not providing that solution, I have to go to the core concepts and apply that logic. That's why I am teaching all the core concepts before the LangChain. Then in phase 8, we are going with the final production project. Here in the projects, we are going to use everything whatever we have learned, and we will be using a fast API as our backend server. There we are going to use the RAG mechanism, we are going to use the security, we are going for the system design, also we are going for the performance optimization. Everything whatever you have learned, we are going for the final production project. And here friend, after this phase 8, you will have all the concepts as an experienced AI developer. So friends, as you have seen this syllabus, I will be putting a very much effort to build this course. So it's my expectation, if you can like this video or can subscribe, I will start this course. I am expecting at least 50 subscribers to start this course. I hope you will subscribe this friends. Otherwise, I will just keep this video or this series as of for now. In near future, definitely I will try to build. So in the final project, what we are going to see? We are going to see the chat API. We are going to build the RAG system, the hybrid search, how re-ranking we are going to include in our project, and then a caching and streaming. So let's learn together, friend. After this series, I am damn sure you can think like an AI engineer. You can build real world AI system. You can crack top interviews and stay ahead in the AI revolution. So let's start this course and let's learn together. Thank you, friends. Happy learning.